Hi folks, and welcome back to Broadside Gaming with me, Zug. So today we're going to be taking a look at the tactical. I finally had some time after a few days off to get into level 25, and I've been playing a few matches, and I want to show you the build that I keep gravitating back to, as it's just a really fun build to use. So as you can see, we're using the plasma incinerator along with the bolt pistol and the chainsword, and I'm going to show you the perk tree first, and then we'll jump back and show you what type of weapons we're using and the skill trees for them. So, you may have seen this build before, but it is an extremely fun way of playing the tactical, especially if you're using the plasma incinerator. As you can see here, we're taking the plasma boost, so when the plasma incinerator is over 50% overheated, its damage increased by 30%. We're mostly just going to be charging shots and using that at any point that we're not in melee. So we're going to be riding that 50% overheated quite a bit. Next up, we're going to be taking Relentless Pursuit. After a gun strike, range damage is increased by 25% for 5 seconds. We are going to be taking advantage of gun strikes in this, and this is just a nice boost for the plasma again after the gun strike. So after that, you just pick your plasma back up again and start laying waste to everything. Next up, we're taking Emperor's Vengeance. Killing a Majoris level or higher enemy restores your primary weapon's ammo by 1 magazine. It cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity cooldown in 30 seconds. So this is basically a Tyranid warrior or up. And as the Plasma Incinerator only has 1 magazine, every time we do that, this is going to fully reload our gun. And the usual way of doing this is either with the melee execute, or you're just going to be firing down range and finishing stuff off with your bolt pistol. As that bolt pistol is extremely good, especially when you put it up to relic. It's doing the Emperor's work. And now for the team buff, all squad members restore 30% more contested health. This is very, 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 very good, because contested health, especially in the last 2 difficulties, it's very important to try and get that contested health back. And remember, with contested health, the thing you have to do is you have to execute something before that white bar disappears, and that is how you're going to be regenerating that contested health. And also with this, you get 30% more back, so it's a win-win. Next up, we're going to be going for vital data. Scanning extremis or terminus level enemies restore or spec scans charged by 50%. Basically any sort of special enemy, and you're going to be getting 50% back of the cooldown. So especially if you're, say, grinding decapitation, you drop this on the Hive Tyrant, and before he goes into the next phase, you'll have it again to just burst him down. And one of my favourite ways of doing that is, obviously, you drop this on him the moment he's charged, because he always instantly charges. And as soon as he gets to that position, you drop it first, overcharge your plasma gun, lay into him. And when you've pushed him into the second phase, and your Auspex scan is ready, you drop it again, and then you lob 2 crack grenades at him. The old Dark Tide method. 2 crack grenades and an overcharged shot, and he's going to be properly decapitated. So next up, we're going to be taking Precise Calibration. Enemies marked by Auspex scan take an additional 75% damage, but Auspex scan radius is reduced by 25%. It's not a massive reduction, and it's a huge amount of damage we're getting off of this. I mean, the other 2 talents in this tier are pretty bad, and with this and with the next one is how the tactical is able to do so much burst damage. So the next one is Expert Timing. Enemies marked by Auspex scan take an additional 100% damage, but the mark's duration is reduced by 4 seconds. So it's only up for 4 seconds now. I mean, you can take priority targeting to increase the scan back up to 8 again, but you would be losing the ability to use it more often. So I wouldn't suggest this, but if you really, really are having difficulty with it, take priority targeting to start off with, and then work back to vital data. Now, there are 2 choices in this tree. You can also take Concentrated Fire. Enemies marked by Auspex Hand take an additional 100% damage, but they lose the mark when they leave the scanned area. If you're in a pre-made and you're all sort of concentrating your fire and working as a team to nuke stuff down, this might be a better option. But if you're playing mostly with pugs, take expert timing. Because in pugs, things are just going to scatter everywhere. Unless you're with a group that knows what they're doing and is quite confident in their playstyle. Otherwise, concentrated fire will work quite nicely, but expert timing works better with pugs. And last but not least, we are taking Marked with Death. The headshot will instantly kill enemy Durus or extremist level marked by Auspex Scan. Cooldown is 2 minutes. So if you're having trouble with something, you can drop an Auspex Scan and overcharge shot them in the face. You don't even have to overcharge it, to be honest. Even a single shot will instantly kill them. Bolt pistol. Bolt pistol's probably easier to deal with. It's very accurate. So this is just really nice for getting rid of an annoying target very, very quickly. Right. So now you have the build. Let's look at the weapons. So we'll start off with the chainsword. So we're using the Aquilian Dedication, which is the fencing version. Strength 10, speed 4+, cleaving potential 3+, defense is fencing. Now we're using this because fencing just makes everything easier. I would not recommend using these two. It just makes it more annoying to be in melee, whereas fencing just gives you that extra time and workaround. Because I don't know if it's just me or if other people have found this, but my parry key decides to work about 75% of the time. And that 25%, I'll hit it and it's like, nah, you didn't press it this time, mate. So fencing just gives you that little bit more wiggle room to deal with it. Next up, we've got the bolt pistol, and for this one, I am using the Gulthamore Crusade, which is the very, very accurate one. Now, I'm choosing to use this one over, say, the Aphelion Liberation or the Alpha version, because the accuracy is just wildly useful when you're hip firing. So you can keep charging and know that your shots are going to land where you want them to. And we're only losing 1 pip of firepower and a little bit of ammo. So I would always go with this one. Now, for the plasma gun, I'm still working my way up to relic with it because it's taken goddamn forever. But I would highly suggest using the Gulthamore Crusade Alpha when you do get to relic, with the increased firepower and the venting speed. This is just going to allow you to use the gun a lot more often. Some people will say you have to take the extra magazine, but using this alongside our talents, where is it? There it is, Emperor's Vengeance, you don't need the extra ammo, because every time you execute a Tyranid Warrior, it's going to give you your ammo back. So you're losing out by picking this. Yes, you are getting slightly more damage. Actually, no, you're not. You're getting the exact same damage. The extra damaging version is the Aphelion Liberation Beta. And then, of course, you've got the Alpha, which is just fire rate. I would highly, highly, highly recommend the Gulthamore Crusade Alpha because of the venting speed. This is going to allow you to get back into the fight a lot quicker, especially if you're overcharging for headshots. But until then, use it if you want, just level everything up. And as for the perk trees, we're basically going to stay along the top line. We're just taking everything through the top line. Damage from charge shot increased by 10%. Common shot generate 10% less heat. And then just work your way through here. This build has been theorycraft to the absolute nines, and the top tree always seems to win out. Now, we'll have a quick look at the chainsword and the bolt pistol tree. At the moment, I've just gone for the bottom tree with the chainsword. It's quite nice. It gives the light combo length into 5 strikes. Melee damage against minorous enemies increased by 20%. Switches full punch with full throttle. Hold the attack button to prepare the attack. Damage is increased by 100% per 1 second of preparing. This basically lets you charge up a big cleave and gets rid of the punch for that. And then we're going to Extremist Slayer, melee damage against extremely low enemies increased by 15%. And then Kill Streak after killing 10 enemies in rapid succession with a light combo. You do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back for 5 seconds. Cooldown 10 seconds. This just allows us to basically light combo away through a big horde, and then gives us a little bit of defense at the end there. Now for the bolt pistol. Going a slightly different route here, we're going down the bottom, picking up Great Might, into Retaliation, picking up Iron Grip, then into Divine Might, Extended Magazine, then we're going to be picking up Headhunter for more headshot damage. As I said, we're taking the extremely accurate one, so we're going to be able to land these headshots without too much difficulty. And then we'll be taking Elite Hunter after killing a Majoris level or higher enemy with a melee weapon. Headshot deals 50% more damage for 5 seconds. This is going to help us massively with gun strikes as well, because they always count as headshots. And then Headhunter again for more headshot damage. I mean, it's a shame we can't grab Honed Precision, but we kind of want these points here and then going up. We don't really want this much all the way in. That's given us far too much accuracy and losing down on a lot of these. There you go. That's generally how I use this build, and I've been having quite a lot of success with it, to be honest. My only problem with playing this build is that everyone else wants to play a goddamn tactical marine. So until they've actually added in the feature that changes the matchmaking to prioritize teams that don't have the class you're playing, good luck, basically. It's at least 3 matches in a row where I have to basically join. Oh, someone's already a tactical. Leave, join, leave, join. But other than that, very fun build to use. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you do, please do like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. It really does help us out. And I should catch you all for the next one, which will probably be either the Assault or the Sniper, as I'm currently working on leveling them up as well. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. I'll see you later.